Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Desolation Squad for Space Marines for Warhammer 40,000. They're right here. This kit consists of 120 plastic components, which is an alright number of parts. I mean, it's certainly not at the high peaks of the 171 parts of the stern guard, considering that the stern guard are only £2.50 more for an extra 50 parts. You could probably use a few parts from that set into this set, maybe. I don't think the same can be said the other way around. I really have held off getting this set for such a long time. Not only have I never been impressed by them, I didn't like that they were behind a paywall earlier in the year, with the only model that I thought was kind of interesting and wanted to review, the Brutalis Dreadnought. They're trying to be Primaris Devastators, and they're just not. And the reason why they're just not is because their weapons just look absolutely awful. There's just too many. You know, they look like flash kits. There's just too many guns. And it's odd for me to say that, but there's no kind of personality with them. One, their flaps open upwards instead of downwards, which is just silly. And two, the personality of the weapons, like I said. So their weapons, they don't have that personality that, say, like a plasma cannon has, or a las cannon, or a heavy bolter. You know, the different type of weapon, they are instantly identifiable. These aren't. These just look like black tubes and black boxes. And what's also a point of confusion is the ammunition feed going into them. That kind of ammunition feed looks like you'd get on a, you know, I say ballistic weapon, you know what I mean, that fires actual bullets and things rather than rockets or missiles. I understand, obviously, you can get, you know, magazine belt feeds like that for like grenade launchers and things, but for like little rockets and stuff, if I was the designer, I would have gone back to the drawing board and I would have said, right, first of all, we're going to have them in Gravis armour. Secondly, we're going to have them with some kind of rule where their Gravis armour helps them firing their weapons. They're going to be over the shoulder mounted, rather than like rifle position, or they're going to be underslung. One of those two. I know it'd be difficult to put Gravis armour with shoulder mounted anything, but you could also put some rockets on their power plant as well. These just, they seem rushed. They seem like, oh, we need a long range, heavy support, Primaris equivalent of Devastators, this is it. You know, there's so many other weapons that they could have drawn from rather than make these generic rocket pod things. Anyway, I'm blabbing on for far too long. This isn't a review, this is an unboxing. Let's unbox this then. So again, you've got a number of options, weapon variants. They're all black boxes at the end of the day. That's what just doesn't set them apart. Apparently you can have Venga Boys launcher, or you can have Super Frag, Super Crack. I guess that these are Super Saiyans. No, I guess these are Super Frag, and maybe these are Super Crack, and then I guess this guy's got the Venga launcher, which fires off one Venga boy out of there, and then you've got this extra little nubbin here that's belt fed. Really odd. It's not as bad as the Invicta Warsuit, but it's still, they just look like they've got Nerf guns. That's how silly it looks. And I think there's some memes about that. 2 sprues. Oh. I think we've been spoiled with the stern guard having 3 sprues. We now come to 2 sprues for £35, £17 each, more than £17 each. It's crazy. We'll have a look at those in a moment, but let's stumble through this instruction guide. So, Desolation with super crack rocket launchers. I was right. Hey, I mean, it makes sense. You've got 2 kind of heavier missiles, and then super frag. Now it's very important because Games Workshop want you to buy more than 1 unit of these. I think all of the unit has to be equipped with either super crack or super frag. So what's better than you buying 1 set of these? Buying 2. Yeah, who doesn't want to spend £70 on 10 Space Marines? The thing is, I bang on about how bad the weapons look because they remind me of the gun from the 5th Element that fires everything: flamethrower rockets, homing bullets, a net. And then you got the big red button, obviously. But they're not as cool as that. Anyway, so you've got the Sergeant with the Venga launcher, or just a normal Desolator, I don't know what you'd call them. Then you got these 2. I think the targeters on the back are alright, but I just think we should have some Gravis variants. And it's the ammunition feed I just can't get behind. So yeah, they're all your variants. It looks like you build them and then you've just got these 2 choices. They've even gone into detail of having different optics for the power plant. That's really bizarre. Yeah, next time Gravis armor, please, Games Workshop. And then they've given you a look at what both of them would look like. I might just close up all of them and not have any of them protruding a missile. But yeah, that's the Desolation Squad instruction guide. This is the transfer sheet. As always, the only chapters available now are Raptors, Salamanders, Imperial Fists or Ultramarines. All of the others are just, yeah, 5 bases, and then these are the sprues. The lighting's gone a bit strange right now, but so you've got 3, 4, 5, so you've got 7 heads there, and that is it. So you can have 5 of them with helmets. In fact, you've got, sorry, 6 helmeted ones and 1 helmetless. They've really skimped out on the heads in this set then. So you can only have 1 of them without a helmet, and that's usually the most important one, the Sergeant. Wow. Then you get these, which are quite generic. You've got these rail modules which you can then upload the different super frag or super crack. You've got a bolt pistol. You've got the different arms there. You've got the power plants, which just look bog standard but with a cutout for the targeter. Speaking of which, here are all the targeters. They give you more targeters than heads. That's never a good sign. Obviously 10 targeters there. You've got the little rocket pod things. They do give them a sidearm, 5 pistols, and then 1 with an extra pouch. You've got the chest plates, which all look the same. Doesn't look like there's a Sergeant one specifically, but you are getting 6 of those. You're getting the legs, you're getting the Venga launcher, you're getting the shoulder pauldrons. Again, they look very, very generic. The backs of the torsos, and you know, that's it. They're nothing special. They're very meh. One of the worst looking units now in the Primaris range, I want to call it. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan. Still not a big fan, especially at the price point. They do a job though. You know, their rules are good. 48-inch range for their missile launchers, and if you wanted to have a fully grown Primaris Space Marine force, then these are your option at the moment. Would I pick up another set? No. I mean, I've kind of avoided them for quite a while, waiting for them to be in an actual army box set or something. I'm sure they will come out and bundled in an army set to try and sell some, and if that's the case, then I'll obviously, you know, build the alternate version, but I'm not in any rush to pick up another box. But I'll build them and I'll review them, and maybe I'll have some positive things to say about them. Who knows? Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.